KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Oh, yeah, baby. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast. Happy Wednesday. Moving right along to the weekend, and a big weekend it's going to be. A lot of eventful, fun stuff coming up, including the live After the Show that is going to be going down. Crank the doors open. Get you drinking about 5:30. Podcast probably dropping about 6 p.m. So we got all the tickets accounted for right now. They are going to be giving away VIP if you're listening to WRMF all this week. Other parts of the day will be giving away those VIP tickets.
God, yeah.
Also, too, if everybody would chip in a little bit and bring diapers for Denny's, that would be awesome. We're trying to get the Denny's baby diapered. So it'd be nice to bring a little baby gift. We're not going to have time to have a baby shower before this baby comes flying out. So I think this might be the best time to do it. Let's shower Denny with diapers.
How do we not do a baby shower? We need to do a baby shower.
I agree,
Too
but
late.
we got too much going on, and the baby's going to be here in less than 2 or 3 weeks. And
Damn.
we're so slammed. We got Sunfest next weekend. We got all kind of
is.
Mother's Day the weekend after that. Like
He's having a son, so it's going to be Sunfest.
yeah, he's gonna have a Sunfest at Sunfest.
What is the due date?
In middle of May.
So it would be around Mother's Day. Boy, that'd be a great
Yeah.
time to do a shower.
Happy Mother's Day. Here's your baby.
Yeah.
Got a question here from Courtney. She sent an email. She said, are you going to be reposting the YouTube link to your live show on Friday? Or is that like if you miss it live on YouTube, you'll miss it forever? Trying to decide if I want to go to girls' night. If I miss the show because it won't be posted, I low-key might skip girls' night. My plan, I thought it was going to be up there for good. Yes, Suits is giving me the thumbs up. It will. So you can go to girls' night, and Saturday night you could watch our live show.
But if she didn't go to girls' night, was she going to try to sneak in? Or does she have tickets and she's not going? Did she say she's going to try to go to the... Never mind. I'm fucking... The judge of Kevin's face, I'm confusing.
I was trying,
So never mind.
I was trying to figure out what you were saying.
It sounded like she's deciding whether to go to our event or go to girls' night. That's what I thought.
On Friday, yeah. So she's trying to figure out if it was only going to be live and then gone, then she was thinking about skipping girls' night, staying in and watching the after the show.
God, yeah.
Since it's going to be posted, then you can watch it on Saturday.
Anytime.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Garrett said, I'll keep this short and sweet. Back in March of 2021, I moved to Davie as a transfer with my job. I quickly found your show and absolutely fell in love with it. January 2023 brought me back to Texas and away from the normal listening area of the KVJ show. I'm so thankful that your social media and YouTube channels are always updated. I get to keep up with the KVJ show via the app and watch the shenanigans that ensue on a daily basis. Love the show. Thanks for having y'all do to keep us out of area folks included in your content.
Aw.
Thank you, Garrett. Yeah, I'd love to hear that. We'd love to expand anywhere that you can hear us, and we try to be on every platform that you might want to check out. And we always ask people. In fact, very soon, the radio station is going to put together what they call a focus group for us, where we're going to bring in some listeners and ask them to be honest and give us some candid feedback on what we do. And that really does kind of help us out in figuring out, are we doing the right things? And if not, what do we need to do instead? And one of the questions that I put on there was asking about, are you finding us everywhere you want to find us? Is there any place that you would like to get KVJ that would be a lot more convenient for you? Or you're like, man, I wish KVJ were here, because we try to go everywhere where you are. That makes sense.
Did you put that one question, who's the biggest dick face on the show?
I did. I did.
I'm really hoping I win that one. Does it come with a dick face
A trophy?
trophy, pendant, something?
Yeah, feels like it needs something, doesn't it?
It does.
Yeah, at least like a actual dick nose you can put on your nose.
We're talking about odd little getaways, and Key West came up. All the eccentric things that are there, like Robert the doll and the 6-toed cats that you've got over there at the Hemingway house. Got a lot of emails from everywhere about 6-toed cats. Brandy said, hey, sure other people have written in, but I wanted to clear up the confusion. I'm from Boston, and we call these cats double-pawed. They do exist in other parts of the country and probably the world. They're not exclusive to the Keys. I had 2 cats in my life with these types of paws. It's simply a mutation, but they're so cute. And yes, I've been to the Keys, and I've seen the cats at the Hemingway house, and the double paw mutation is the same as the cats from Boston.
Would you like an extra digit on your hands if you had 12 fingers?
No, because I feel like they'd upcharge me at the manicure place.
Well, let's say there's no upcharge. You rock the world with 12. You got 12 instead of 10. Do you like that?
I know you would, but I would not.
I would love it.
I know you would.
I would love it so hard.
What are you going to do for gloves?
I barely wear them now.
Okay.
Mittens. We'll put them in mittens.
You'd have to.
I didn't even wear batting gloves when I played baseball. You know what I used for my batting gloves? The dirt, Mother Nature.
Oh, shit,
so hard.
I didn't give a fuck. You wear a cup? None of that shit.
Linnea said, FYI, I had a double-pawed cat when I was little. Mittens. They are just in Key West. Okay.
Mittens.
And Nathan said that I know for a fact there is a big colony of the actually close to Jason's area. My aunt lives near Jaybird and actually catches the cats in that area and gets them spayed or neutered and then releases them. She'll keep some of them that are sweet and has quite a few 5-toed cats. It would be 6-toed, I think. I guarantee if Jaybird looked at the cats in his neighborhood, she would see that they have those extra toes.
I wonder if it's the house I'm thinking of, because there's one house specifically that's got just a fuck ton of cats, man. They lead the league in cats, and these are the kind of cats that'll stare you down. They don't sweat no humans.
They look through your soul.
They really do. And I swear, one kind of looks like it wants to just say, "What's up, bitch?" It just looks like it wants to say that to me.
You got any nip?
Yeah, it's just very hard.
If you don't have any catnip, walk on by, fuckers.
They got a different look than the other cats.
Probably what it is somebody who's feeding feral cats, and they're like, that the word is out, they know. And so they'll all congregate.
Yeah, it is weird when an animal walks, looks at you, walks, stops, and then turns around to kind of give you one last stare, and then kind of shakes its ass and walks into the sunset. That's weird when they do that. That happens a lot to me.
And they kind of bow up.
Yes.
Like, yeah, what you got?
These cats, kind of like the squirrels in my old neighborhood, they got a bit of a toot to them.
They don't fear you.
They don't fear.
Megan sent an email. She said, I work at an emergency vet in response to the makeup or breakup about the boyfriend who was blowing pot smoke into the dog's face. I've seen dogs come in high many times, and they do not enjoy it.
Aww.
They usually are so sensitive to light and noise. Their eyes are bugging out, and they're extremely anxious. That's a no-no.
That's what I'm saying, man. Just because you can smoke weed doesn't mean your dog can.
Well, she's a veterinarian, and they would know. So listen to the expert when it comes to animals. They're saying don't blow pot smoke on your dog.
It's not cool. It's really not.
Mm-hmm. Got an email here from Captain Aaron at FIU, Florida International University. He said, I was listening to the podcast from Friday, and your discussion regarding jumping into canals and manatees really stood out. It rather pertains to my day-to-day as I'm doing my PhD doctoral research on manatees in the Indian River Lagoon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I recently published a paper describing how manatees have changed their diet.
Wow.
In the lagoon due to a decline in seagrass. And now I'm following that up with the investigation in the nutritional quality of what they eat by comparing seagrass and algae, which is what they're mostly consuming now. It's kind of like a junk food hypothesis, which theorizes if an organism is not eating optimal high-quality food, their health declines and impacts a species' survivorship. Fascinating stuff.
How do we grow them more seagrass? Bird, you should get on his team.
I had seen a report, and I don't know if the report I saw on TV was about Captain Aaron, but it was about biologists that had gone into the Crystal River on the west coast of the state, up near Tampa and that area, and they had gone through fresh water and they had replanted seagrass for the manatees. And in that report, they said they were now moving to the Indian River Lagoon. So that's why I don't know if Captain Aaron is the one I saw the report about or if Captain Aaron's even involved. But apparently there's already a team that recognizes this, that there is a need for seagrass in the Indian River Lagoon, and they plan on replanting it to try to help them get the food they need.
That guy's a fanatee and manatee, or that woman. I'm not sure who wrote that email. I did not mean to misgender anyone.
Is it a chick or a dude?
Here's a photo, and I don't know that I can definitely tell. There's longer hair. There's definitely a manatee. I mean, the hair on the person, not the manatee. Manatee does not have long hair.
The manatee does have whiskers, though.
Does,
It's
yeah.
adorable.
Look how cute that manatee's face is. Don't you just want to kiss that thing?
I think that's a dude.
Man, I love manatees.
It is kind of tough. It is tough because, yeah, there's longer hair, but it's kind of like man hands.
I can't tell, yeah.
I don't see big boobies, but it could be a small-breasted woman.
Either way, you're doing fine work, my fellow human friend.
Yeah, and let us know how we can help you and how we can help save the manatee and grow more seagrass. I know a guy named Denny who's really good at growing grass.
I mean, and maybe that there's something to it to where there's something changing. But when I was younger, I'd always go by these piers, and manatees would always be going by at any given time, it seemed like. And they would travel in about 5, 6, sometimes 7. And now I still go to the same place all the time. Never see it anymore. If I do, it's maybe one manatee. Never a school of manatees like it was back in the day. Is there a reason for that? Or is it just that the area we live in?
Or is it you?
No, man. They fucking know I love their heart and their snout or whatever the hell they got. Gosh, I love Fantasy of the Manatee.
Mm-hmm. Stags sent an email, said y'all were talking about old Florida hotspots the other day, and it made me remember this farmer's market my grandma used to take me to in Davie. Everything was so fresh, and they would make these strawberry milkshakes. And 15 years later, I still dream about them.
Oh, strawberry milkshakes, if they're done right, are so good.
My least favorite of the milkshake. I mean, out of the big three.
Really?
Vanilla, chocolate, and strawberries. Strawberry's the weakest of the three.
I like strawberry the most out of those three.
Out of chocolate or vanilla for
Yep.
shakes?
Yep.
Get out.
We used to get the Neapolitan ice cream, and Fat Kevin would only eat the chocolate and vanilla.
Of course.
My mom would get so mad because it was just the strawberry that was left.
Strawberry was always the last to go in my
You're not
house.
tricking this fat kid into eating, what, fruit?
Yeah, strawberry and vanilla were king.
You know what's the best? The strawberry cheesecake blizzard.
It's delicious.
At Dairy Queen.
But that's not strawberry.
Okay.
That's strawberry cheesecake.
The Royale. Have you had the Royale?
That's strawberry royale.
Strawberry Royale cheesecake blizzard. It comes now with extra strawberry, so it's more strawberry than the normal one.
You see what I'm saying, though, Kev? It's not a strawberry shake. It's a strawberry cheesecake shake.
Yeah, you've changed it up.
So you put cheesecake in there. She's trying to. She's not respecting the game again.
I'm salivating thinking
I
about
know,
it.
me too.
I would
know.
I would mess up a blizzard right now.
We were talking about Wetzel's pretzels and
Yeah.
Annie's pretzels earlier.
We threw each other into food porn central
We were going to get it for the meeting, but we thought that was not a good strategy.
because then we have to buy for everybody. And if you get DoorDash and everybody gets a pretzel, that's $100.
Well, what's going to happen is I'm going to buy $100 worth of pretzels, and only me and Virginia are going to eat them, and then I'm bringing them $80 worth of pretzels.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, I'm not here to buy everybody lunch, especially the bosses. They should be buying me lunch. Okay, if we're looking at paycheck to paycheck, homie.
Stag says, yeah, I don't remember the name of that place. Does anybody know what the heck I'm talking about? And is
No.
it still around?
No,
If anybody
but
does, jump in the chat room. Let us know.
you got us very wet when it comes to milkshake talk.
We're dripping, Kevin.
Dripping.
Positively dripping.
So sexy.
Ashley said, hey, Bird, since you seem to like the caverns so much, wanted to let you know that if you're ever in the Huntsville, Madison, Alabama area, you have to come check out our cathedral caverns. People travel for hours to take a tour of this place. The tour itself takes an hour and a half.
Ooh, that's a long tour.
They walk you all the way to the back of the cave, which is only one of 2 places where absolute darkness exists.
Wow.
If someone experiences absolute darkness for 3 consecutive days, they will go blind. That's crazy.
Oh my god!
The rods in your eyes just stop sending signals to your brain.
Holy
crap,
Can
man.
you get it back, retrain it?
No, forever.
It's gone forever?
Forever.
Forever,
blind.
Forever?
Forever, ever. And if you're in the dark for 5 days, your head explodes.
What a fear.
It's crazy.
You wake up in a torture chamber with no light.
It's horrifying.
And you just hear this voice, Virginia.
A lot of people are saying Ashley's not right, but man, it's a great story.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's right.
I've never heard that.
I've never heard
You can
that.
pretty much write us anything, though, and we will believe
I'm
it.
gonna say you could definitely not see anything for 3 days. You don't go blind.
There was a person who sent us a message on the WRMF app, Charlene. We're talking about what is your random, passionate opinion. Somebody was bagging on the Dyson vacuums. That is actually somebody who cleans houses. And they said, I totally agree with that person. Complaining about the
Really?
Dyson vacuums. Yeah, I used to buy only that brand, but the last few have only lasted a short time. Total garbage.
Maybe they changed how they made them.
There's certain things I can't believe they still make. You know those really shitty ass lighters that you try to they're made out of plastic and you try to
Like a Bic?
yeah, there's like a big style, but they work only 1 out of 9 times. They're made so poorly and such shit. And when you finally get the flame out, it's like a hair of flame. Something so small. Why do they continue to make them?
I don't know.
And they still do. They're everywhere.
I don't use a lot of lighters in my daily life like somebody.
Well, you don't have candles and meditate? Oh, you don't meditate.
No, I don't have candles either because I don't like the fact that you're breathing in some kind of I don't know, smoke.
All right. You're a lot of fun to talk to. Thanks, Debbie Downer.
I just don't like extra soot.
All right, fine. No soot for you then.
Oh, soot foot.
Donna said, you've been talking about the old video games a lot. And my coworker went to Orlando to the Mario Brothers movie in 4D. She said it was better than any ride in Disney or Universal, and she frequents them both often.
Wow.
There's also one in Dania. She said, definitely worth the ride for the kids and the adults alike. The seats move the whole time. You feel like you're part of the movie. Don't see it any other way, Donna says.
Huh.
How about that? Who would have known? That's pretty cool. Have you guys ever been in one of those 4D theaters? They're really starting to trick them out now because, and they got to get to that level, because if you are going to go to a theater, it's got to be better than the experience you can get in your own home, especially for the price that you're paying. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. It really doesn't.
I do like going to the movie theater, though, with the right crew. It's something about going to I haven't been in a minute.
It's a fun experience.
It is. It really is. I don't know why we talk ourselves in. I get that you make your house cozy and you don't want to leave, but it is fun to go to the theater.
You want to go see the Little Mermaid movie?
Maybe I do.
Barbie movie?
Not so much. Mermaid only because I like mermaids and I know that.
the sea.
Yeah, I know the songs. I have mermaid shit we can wear.
That's true. You have a mermaid song.
I do. Yeah, we can dress as mermaid people, friends, merfriends.
Merfriend.
Merfriends.
Yeah, what is the right way to say that?
We don't know. We don't want to insult anybody.
The mermaid community. I mean, kids are identifying as cats. Fuck, they're probably identifying as mermaids too, Kevin.
That
Yeah.
one's less of a stretch. At least a mermaid's half human.
You're right. You're right. I might support the kids dressing as mer people more than cats.
And that makes me an asshole.
Callum, he said, hey, faithful nationer here. Have been for many years. I'm a few days behind listening. I'm currently watching Willy's Wonderland that was recommended to Jaybird by a listener. And I got to say, Bird, you have to watch this movie if you haven't yet. I won't spoil it, but smoke a big old fat bowl and then check it out.
Okay.
Okay. Caleb, thank you very much.
Putting it in my files.
I love it.
Mm-hmm. Got a lot of weird things. What was the other bizarre movie somebody said you need to watch really Stone? Was it a Nicolas Cage movie or something like that?
I believe so. It's in my other files.
Con Air.
It's Con Air. That movie's fucking terrible. And I know someone's going to say, Bird, the movie's amazing. He's got the shittiest Southern accent in that. Now movie's kind of a softer Southern drawl. He's a gentle giant, Kevin, but he's got Fist of Fury. That's such an over-the-top fucking movie. It's good, though, if you like watching cheesy shit.
And Nicolas Cage brings the overacting cheese.
Con Air's pretty cheesy. Face Off is pretty cheesy. It's big. It's just over the top stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do Face Off. It gets too confusing. I can't remember who's who because their faces are off.
Well, they all they do is switch.
I know. I can't.
It's too much.
I'm not smart enough to be able to remember who's who. No, Face Off. Sit down.
You dumb.
That's really hard. No.
Jennifer said, I'm curious to hear about Jaybird's singing ghost lady in his house. Have you seen any more of her? Are there any updates going on?
There are updates, yes. We're supposed to do our Weird and Whatever podcast coming up this Thursday. We've had some personal issues behind the scenes with that as well. Beckett had a death in his family, and then Vicky had a potential flooding in her house right before the podcast. So between the snack pack and Weird and Whatever, my side projects have really taken some personal hits. It's just been a struggle and a challenge with everybody because life happens. We're going to address all that this Thursday, hopefully. But yes, we have definitely updates with the lady in white.
Are you the only person that's ever seen her? I know you've had house guests. Has any of your house guests ever seen the lady in white?
Not that I know of, other than Vicky. Me and Vicky might be the only ones, if I can remember. Yeah.
Maybe it's just because you're open to it.
Yeah, there's several reasons why.
Does your brother believe in ghosts as hard as you do?
Nope.
Has he seen any ghosts since he's been there?
Nothing.
What about Lydia? Has she seen any ghosts?
So I thought I heard him talking about something, and then I asked him about it. I feel like he retracted his story. He doesn't believe in any of that shit. He's not a we're very opposite on what we believe in when it comes to that kind of stuff. I don't even know if he believes in the afterlife, to be quite honest with you.
Oh,
so we have different perspectives, but I thought I heard him during a little shindig we had, him talking about something had happened where he felt like something grabbed him, but then I felt like he retracted it. He might be one of those people that
But after he said it out loud, he's like, "Oh no, people think I'm a believer and this is goofy."
A lot of people do think it's goofy,
and they think it makes them sound weak.
Well, I think if you haven't experienced something, you are going to think it's a lie. And I understand that. I understand if you've never had any kind of paranormal experience, you think people who talk about it are full of shit. That I completely understand. Mm-hmm. But what makes somebody have an experience and somebody that doesn't? You know what I mean? Is it that they're not open, or is it the fact that the spirit just is able to... They target you and they want you to see.
I think part of it is if you're open to it, I think the spirits know that you're open to it. And they're like, all right, let's go. Let's show ourselves to him if they want to be seen.
Well, if there's certain things people are born with, just with regular stuff in life that you have a little bit more than I do, or Kevin's got a little bit more, whatever you could insert for that equation when it comes to humans. Why could you not have somebody that's more open to something you wouldn't be able to see? Maybe maybe Vicky has something that's Kevin might not have, just in her DNA. See what I'm saying? When it comes to finding or looking at spirit.
You might be able to see things. And then I think there's two things. One, do you have a natural gift for it? And then two, what is your attitude coming in? Because that is a big part of it. If you're open to the possibilities, then I think you're more likely to see stuff. Now, does that mean that it's the other side revealing itself because it knows you're open? Or are you just trying to make whatever you see into thinking that it's something that's supernatural?
Well, maybe just something we haven't tapped into that is there, kind of like electricity. It was always there. We just didn't tap into it, and we finally did. And maybe some some people on a very low levels are able to tap into it. And I'm just trying to explain that for a naysayer. But usually the naysayers, they're hard to bring over.
Right, because they haven't seen it.
But there are cases where somebody doesn't have any kind of experience. They're a non-believer, and they do have a holy shit moment. They go, I believe now. That happens too, I've heard.
I got taken by a succubus.
I hear that with religion sometimes, where you'll have atheists say, man, I never believed in anything. And then all of a sudden, this angel appeared and gave me a moment.
That's where it's more powerful. And I think they recognize that. There's even a story in the Bible of, in fact, the person that's probably most responsible for spreading Christianity is a guy that used to be called Saul. And he was persecuting the new Christians. And all of a sudden, God appeared to him, blinded him, and so you took somebody that was on the opposite side and brought them over. And so I think it's a bigger win if you get somebody that is not for the cause and not open to it, rather than somebody that's open.
Yeah, I think a lot of times too, we kind of we blur the effect with everything. We think ghost or spirits are supposed to heal everything, and they're one way. Maybe we just don't understand any of that stuff. Maybe it's not what we think it is.
It doesn't get put together the way we think it would. It's a whole different plane that we can't even comprehend, bruh.
Yeah. I think that's a big part of it. I really do. I think that humans just can't grasp what it is.
It's kind of, if you think about it, it took a while to tap into electricity. What else is out there we haven't tapped into?
No
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just there,
Yeah.
but we can't see it yet for some reason.
Who knows? Endless possibilities. Virginia, I know a lot of people talk about reading dreams. Hopefully there's nothing to this dream that you had. In fact, you said it was more of a nightmare during your nap yesterday. You said you got shot in the head from behind and you woke up after the 5th time you were shot in the head.
Yep.
You didn't die in the dream then?
No, I didn't die. I woke up after the 5th shot because I was counting them, and I didn't see who was shooting me. And I also didn't feel any pain, but it was jarring, and I felt like I was napping and I was sleeping, but I felt like physical pressure and movement from each shot. And then on the 5th one, I woke up.
5 shots and you took it and smiled. Tupac.
And then I went to bed last night, regular bedtime, regular food, regular everything, was not watching any kind of shoot 'em up movies. And I had another dream. This time I took 9 bullets. I got shot
My
9
goodness.
times.
So now you're 50 Cent. He took more shots than, I believe, Tupac. What's going on with you?
I don't know. I saw the person that was shooting at me, and I recoiled, but they shot me in my back area. And then I was running around trying to find an ambulance or a hospital or help, but I was still able to
oh, yeah.
try to find help.
I know what this means.
But I was looking for help for what was probably 45 minutes.
I know exactly what this means. You're in a situation where you want to control it, but you realize you can't control it. So
What is it?
That's something you're gonna have to dig deep. But there's a situation in your life that something is preventing you from getting it done, and you want to get it done, but someone keeps on shooting you down. Boom, 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 boom. You can't get there. You're slowing up. You're trying to get there, but you can't because you don't have. You're not able to do it, but you want to get there, but you can't.
They said that dreaming about getting shot in the head indicates that you are having a mental conflict over what path to choose in life. In your waking life, you dream about getting shot in the stomach. That indicates you're wasting time on unproductive pursuits.
What if you get shot in the dick?
What if you don't have a dick?
Or the privates, you're right.
If I get shot in the bean?
The bean or the ween.
The bean or the pain?
They said also it may be all about you having some differences you need to settle with regarding your sexual affairs.
Okay, when's the last time Panda has, rattled the witch's
Box.
cage? Yeah.
Shook the dust off that thing and made it his own?
Yeah, when's the last time you kind of rode that broom?
Let me see. Not this week.
Oh, if she's looking at her, she's turning pages, Kevin.
Crawfish, Kev. We had too much going on. Oh, I guess it was probably the week before crawfish.
Okay. They also said getting shot in your dream could mean that there is someone or something that causes you pain in your waking life that you're carrying with you into your dream.
I'm telling you.
I have quite a few of those.
We know.
It could be unresolved issues.
Some of mine are yours too.
But the problem is with all these dream analyses, they all say the same shit from a certain point of view. Oh,
it does. It's typically a conflict in real life that you brought into your dream. It's emotional trauma, personal fears, unresolved issues.
Yeah, a tough decision you can't make.
Influence. Maybe you just watched a show about somebody getting shot and you took that into your dream. So
I didn't, though. I thought about that. There was no kind of TV show with any kind of bullets ablazing.
Remember when I told you all I had that dream the other day where it was, I think yesterday or on Monday, I went home and I never napped, and I napped for a long time without waking.
You needed that.
That was a different kind of dream.
It felt vivid.
It was vivid. Everybody made an appearance.
You deserve
Everybody.
those kind of dreams.
But then normal
people get those all the time.
But it turned into a nightmare because remember I had the restaurant and then the pit fell and it was awful.
Oh, the sinkhole.
Yeah, the sinkhole.
Your dreams can't let you have a happy ending.
No, nothing's pleasant.
They're like, nah, fuck that. We got to turn this thing upside down.
I had a restaurant called Penny Henny's.
That's so happy.
And Penny Henny's was booming. In the beginning of the dream, I'm buying drinks for everybody. It was great. The business, it was a surplus. And then it all came to shit.
Well, when I woke up from my nap, I thought, oh, that's weird. I've never been shot in the head in my dream before. Is this foreshadowing? But then it happened again at night. And so now I think it's like my subconscious or my spirit guide warning me that somebody's going to try to shoot me.
Do you keep getting hit do you get hit in the head when you're sleeping?
No.
Because sometimes that can happen. You smack your arm on the couch or something and you get stabbed in your arm in the dream because you hit something in real life while you're dreaming, Freddy Krueger style.
No. I was on the pillow with the covers wrapped all around me, wearing my comfiest moo-moo. No furniture, nothing.
We had talked yesterday about Lincoln getting shot in the head.
We did. Oh. And how no one was protecting him because he went down to go see the play. He wanted, the guard wanted to see the play.
Maybe you feel unprotected, Virginia, and exposed and vulnerable.
I always feel unprotected and exposed and vulnerable.
You're trying to get somewhere, but something's keeping you down. But now we sound just like every fucking analyst.
If you watch enough Dateline, you'll always feel exposed and vulnerable.
And Panchita says getting shot means that you have too much going on in your life. So there's one of about 85 different options of what it could be. So there you go. Just solved it all.
Well,
for you.
if I end up getting shot anytime, you can just say, wow, she knew it was coming.
Do you feel confident if someone shot at Virginia, you'd go to block it? Would you try to block it?
Yeah.
I think.
How would you be able to see it coming and move faster than a bullet?
Hey, we're trying to be fucking sweet right now. Stop being so negative. We're trying to save your life. Why are we saving you? We're complaining ass.
Just let me die so you can live out your day in peace.
For this scenario, we see a guy with a gun. He's like, "Fuck the witch." Pew! No, I save you. I'd do it for Kevin too. I really would. I swear I would.
I saw that one time, though. They've done it in TVs and movies, and I just saw that analogy. It came up in a show that I was watching the other day. And they shot at the person, and he could have just shoved the person out of the way. Instead, he dodged in front of the bullet. I'm like, dumb fuck. I'm like, just knock the person out of the way.
Yeah, you don't have to take the bullet.
Yeah.
You can push them away from the bullet so the bullet hits nobody.
Right. I was just like, I don't think you thought that through right, man.
I'd really rather you do that.
I know it's a more dramatic story to take the bullet for somebody, but I don't know if you had to do that.
No, I'm going to be like Virginia in her dreams. I'm taking that bullet. I'm taking that shit. It's more about love at that point. I love you, Kevin. I took a bullet.
That's so dramatic.
It's so dramatic.
That's what you need, though. You need drama.
Just push Kevin.
No,
don't take Kevin's bullet.
We need some drama up in this piece.
Yeah. All right. Well, please, nobody shoot us Friday.
Please no.
Please no.
That'd be weird.
Let's keep them guns at home.
It's hard to do
a gun-free event.
It's hard to do fun bits.
Yeah.
Shot.
No. Exactly. All right, well, we got that coming up on Friday. Keep listening to the radio station to win your VIP tickets. Also tomorrow, don't forget, Double Your Paycheck is going to be back starting at 9 a.m. If you're not signed up yet, go to kvjshow.com, put your name in. We'll call it tomorrow, I hope. Then you'll have 10 minutes to call us back to double your paycheck up to $1,000. Nice way to start the weekend. We'll get it going tomorrow. Goodbye, y'all.